So how long does a cheap e-bike conversion kit last in the real world? We built this one 1 year and 4 months ago, and my son used it to ride to school, and we used it to ride around the neighborhood. It's a 1,000-watt, 48-volt kit. Some people told me that 1,000 watts is too much to run through any kit, even if it says it's built for it, and that the motor will burn itself out. So in our case, we put a lot of miles on it. Unfortunately, our odometer died, so I can't tell you how many miles. It did go close to 30 miles on a charge. Top speed on the flat was 30 miles an hour. Downhill, you could get it to 38 miles an hour before it kind of ran out of steam. So way faster than you need. Kind of scary, actually, to use in the city. Now, the problem is I can't tell you what brand kit this was. If you go onto eBay, there's people selling these kits and they all look pretty much the same. So it was really hard for us to, it's hard for me to tell you which brands are good or which brands are bad. I ordered another front wheel kit that's just a generic one like this one. So I'm going to put that on and hope it lasts another year or two or more. Maybe go a little easier on it. You know, when you got a teenage kid flying to school on it, he's probably full throttling it the whole way. There's the serial number in case you are trying to find one. If yours has a similar serial number, it'll probably last a similar amount of time. Rolling on Champion alloy rims, whatever that means. Never heard of them. Don't think they're the spark plug people. So overall review, it worked until it didn't work. And I opened up the motor to see if there was anything obvious broken, and there wasn't. There she blows. But I could tell that the outside was rubbing on the inside. So what I think happened is the bearing started to wear out, and then the clearance between the magnets and the coils was gone, and it started rubbing. It definitely started making a horrible noise, probably 10 miles before it totally gave up. So it's a lot of fun for the money. And well, I'm going to do it again, so I would say that I would do it again. I thought about doing a rear-wheel drive kit. A front-wheel drive kit with this much power is going to do burnouts, and you might be in a little bit of trouble if you give it a full throttle around a corner, because it'll just slide out from under you. The advantage of a front-wheel drive, though, is if you use it on a bike rack, like I took it to the motorcycle races and used it as a pit bike. If you've got the motor on the front and the battery on the back, it balances better on a bike rack if you're hanging it on the back of your car or truck. If you put the motor in the wheel and the battery on the back wheel and you put it on a bike rack, it's going to be way back heavy, and it's going to hop around and give you more trouble on a bike rack. Otherwise, I'd probably want to go with a rear-wheel drive. The other problem is if you put a rear-wheel drive on a cruiser, you don't have a back brake anymore. You got to put a I'm pinching your bike, a caliper brake on it. We put a caliper brake on the front because we were scared, because this thing's way too fast. It actually doesn't stop fast enough either. You can see this hole right here. My son laid it down once and crashed it and bent it up. We had to unbend some things. He actually bent the wheel, and we had to unbend the wheel too. So all that 1 year, 4 months, one crash that I know of, a lot of full throttle nonsense, teenage kids ripping around on it, tons and tons of fun. So going to do it again, and hopefully the new kit will last longer than the old kit. I really wish I knew of a brand name that made decent ones that you could trust, but I don't. Probably that's my lack of research. But if you know of a brand of electric bike that's good, let me know in the comments, because I'm sure, well, I mean, that's my challenge, is I'm such a cheapskate. A brand of electric bike wheel that's good, that doesn't cost way too much. Probably would have been smarter to just buy a whole kit made by somebody who's really good. Like the Yamaha e-bikes look amazing, but that's $3,000, and you could buy a real motorcycle for $3,000. So that's the other dilemma, is how much you want to spend.